Howdy and welcome to Team Blue Sun. My name is Blue Sun Leo. Today we have a deck profile of my April 2016 Aromages. For those of you who don't know, Aromages is an archetype that focuses around life points. Gaining life points, in fact, where aromas have two effects. One to when your life points are higher than your opponent's, and one to where they gain life points. So with that aside, let's get on to the deck profile. I'm going to start things off with the main deck. I am running one copy of Aromage Bergamot, the biggest monster in this deck, conquering a 2400 attack. Aromages are also all plant types, so Bergamot's effects are, if you have more life points than your opponent, plant types can do piercing. If you gain life points in the turn that you have Bergamot on the field, it gets 1000 attack points. This effect stacks also to where if you gain life points twice, Bergamot gets 2000 attack points, making them 4400. And it is really retarded how fast you can gain life points in this deck. Next, since we are playing Synchro monsters, we have the Breeze Dragon. Gotta make some 7 and 8 dragon types. Favorite tune on the deck, we got Spore. Multiple uses, level adjustment, plants. No reason not to play Spore. The Synchro Heavy deck, Dandelion. You can get a lot of uses out of a Dandelion in this deck. Next, the most important monster in my opinion in the deck, Aromage Kananga. Kananga is very mixed among Aroma fans. It tends to be my favorite one, simply because of its effects. When your life points are higher than your opponent monster loses 500 attack and defense. Now that doesn't seem a lot, but it stacks. You got 3 Kanangas on field, they lose 1500 attack, 1500 defense. The whole premise that I built this deck around is lowering your opponent's monster's attack points, building Bergamot up, and if you can't build Bergamot up, make a big ass Synchro monster that they have to get over. Now its other effect is if you gain life points, it's an MST. Pretty good considering we don't run Twin Twister. Next we have triple Aromage Rosemary. Rosemary is a very lovely lady right here, conquering at 1800 attack points. Rosemary, her effect is when your life points are higher, plant type monsters you control cannot act. When your life points are higher than your opponent's, plant type monsters you control attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards and effects. It makes your plant monsters all Armados. Not to mention when you gain life points, you can target a monster on the field and change its battle position. Making it to where, if you weaken an opponent's monster enough for Kananga, it has to be in attack position with Rosemary if it's in D. Or if you can't conquer a monster, switch to D where it's weaker. Next, we have 3 Aromage Jasmine. In my opinion, the most beautiful lady in the deck. Jasmine is also your weakest lovely lass, but has a big booty of 1900. What she does is during your main phase, if your life points are higher than your opponent's, you get to normal summon a second plant type monster, in addition to your normal summon. If you gain life points, you get to draw a card. You gain life points, and it's an upstart. Except for you gain life points. It's pretty sweet. Next up, we play plants. So of course we gotta have the triple Lone Fire Blossom. Pretty dope. You just need to get some monsters onto the field. It's a Synchro Heavy deck that revolves around life points. So we're playing the Red Resonator. Also, this came out in High Speed Riders. Red Resonator basically says if this is normal summon, you can spell summon level 4 or lower from your hand. Or when this card is special summon, you can target a monster on the field and gain life points equal to its attack points. Basically, once you use this in Synchro Summon, because you normal summon it and you get basically an instant Synchro Summon, you can revive it with one of our many revival cards in this deck, and gain life points to trigger your Aroma monster's effects. Next, to search out our Resonator, we are running 2 Resonator Call. Resonator Call is really simple. It's Rhoda, but for Resonator monsters. Next, because we want some draw support, we got the Magical Planter. Send one of your face-up trap cards to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. You will see how we are able to achieve that in a minute. Next, we play 3 copies of Aroma Garden. A very lovely field spell card that once per turn lets you gain 500 life points. And what it also does is when this card leaves the field, that also stays. Now, Aroma monsters also gain 500 attack and defense. And if it's destroyed by card effect, you gain 1,000 life points. So quintessentially, this could trigger an Aroma monster's effect twice. Next, we're on to our traps. We have 1 Vanity's Emptiness, control the opponent, 1 Starlight Road, simply because Mass Destruction is a pain in the ass in this deck. Next, we're running on to our Dried Winds, which we play 2 of. Dried Winds is a personal Aromage trap card. So basically what this does is if you gain life points, target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You control an Aroma monster and your life points is at least 3,000 higher than your opponent. You can pay life points equal to the difference, destroy face-up monsters' attack, their combined attack, or equal to the amount of life points you pay. A good example is if your opponent has 4,000 life points, you have 8,000, you pay 4,000 life points, and you can destroy monsters your opponent controls as long as their attack points do not exceed 4,000. Next, we want to be gaining some life points, so we're going to play double Drain and Shield. Battle Trap that lets you gain life points, and it kind of pisses your opponent off. Next, we're going to be playing triple Humid Winds. Wonderful trap card here that you can pay 1,000 life points and search out any Aroma monster. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can gain 500. Kind of help you boost up. Both of the wind cards are able to be used with Magical Planter. But why would you do that when we have triple Fiendish Chain? Stun your opponents, get rid of pesky effect. If at any time they manage to get rid of that monster and this thing's dead on your field, Magical Planter. The same rule applies with our triple Call the Haunted. Sometimes you just need to bring back a monster, especially if you need to bring back a red Resonator. That's it for the main deck. Now we're going to get along with our extra deck. Extra deck is as follows. 1 Photon Pulse Dragon. Pretty easy to make 2s in here, and that is a decent 4. It could also be a tuner. Next, 1 High Speed Void Chambara. An Ally of Justice Catastor. Simply to get rid of pesky things. A TG Hyper Librarian. You need to draw really good draw card, especially the amount of times you can sync or summon this deck. Gale Guardian. Sometimes you just need to steal a monster. Playing plant type, so we can use the Queen of Thorn, a very decent monster. Either player must pay 1,000 life points for each time they normal summon a monster. That's not a plant. All you have are plants except for your Resonator and your Debris Dragon. So anytime your opponent wants to play a monster, unless they're playing plants, they have to pay that stack of life points. Next we got Black Rose Moonlight, Stardust Spark, Black Rose Dragon, Scrap Dragon, Yo-Yo King. That's it for the sinkers. Let's move on to the rank 3s, which we have number 30, Acid Golem of Destruction, just to run some things over. Fortune Tune, to gain some life points, trigger your Aroma monsters effect. And next we have the main XZ monster of the deck, which you really want to bust out fast, Melee of the Trees. Melee of the Trees is a very decent monster. 2 level 3 Earth, and then you can detach to either send a plant type monster to your deck to your grave, a full spiral strictly for plants, or you can summon a plant monster to your graveyard, to where it's kind of a Call of the Haunted. The only downside is they get on face-down defense, which really ain't that bad. because if you use it on a Jasmine, you can gain life points, draw a card, get a second normal summon, probably going to be a Kananga at that point. So guys, that's it for the deck profile. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you. This is Leo signing out, giving y'all a wonderful day. Thank you, and God bless.